In fact, thrall literally means slave. In both, it was like the Viking word for slave, and I think it means slave as well in the Warcraft universe. But yeah. Anyway, detours aside. Christ, I did not mean to detour that much. What? Wait, what? Sun bleached bracer, 2 armor. The new things I'm getting are also 2 armor. You think they would have given me, 3 armor or something? It's just kind of weird to give me basically the same reward twice. Since I'll take it. A few extra copper won't matter. This is the Grim Totem, Maul Scowls. Winterhoof Cleansing, the Grim Totem, Maul Scowls. I would hope to see the end of my days before Torn attacked other Torn senselessly on the very plains of Mulgore. Excuse me. But be proud, Hunren. You've done a great thing for the land and for our people. There's more work to be done. We must create a new totem to cleanse the Thunderhorn well. You must gather the claws of the predators of the Mulgore plains. Hunt the prairie stalkers for their stalker claws and the flatland cougars for their cougar claws. Then return to me. Well, I'll be concerned if the stalkers gave cougar claws and the cougars gave stalker claws. So, thank you for the stipulation there. So, sorry for that detour there on, film there. Like I said, it's not a bad film, it's just substantially different to the plays. Like another thing they changed was when Macbeth has Lady Macduff's place, Macduff's place attacked, and Lady Macduff and her children killed. There's no sweet scene between Lady Macduff and her children. Just making sure I'm recording. There's no sweet scene between Lady Macduff and her children. They're running through the forest, captured, and then they're burnt at the stake. Wait, I am recording, right? Yes. Sometimes the footage doesn't record. It's like the exploit just doesn't recognize the game, so it just records black screen, though it does record the audio. And she does rant at him a bit when she's at the stake, but there's no little scene between her and her son. And the son is not referred to as small fry of treachery, which sounds hilarious. But yeah, and since they're making up a new scene, they have to come up with new dialogue. So yeah, the Wind Furies are deadly foes. Their strength in battle is rivaled only by their desire for fresh meat. The reason why the Harpies are the way they are was that their queen or goddess was killed about 10,000 years ago, and they just never recovered. If memory serves. You may have to double check that. I know their queen or whatever was killed back then, but is it this why they're so feral now? I don't know. You've done well, Hunren. You seem well prepared to travel onward. Let the wind always be at your back. Apparently there's like an Irish greeting, or an Irish, thing like let the wind always be at your back. It's like let the road rise up in front of you or something. Honestly, I've never heard anyone say it. I think it was meant to be a really old one. Wait, what did you say? I'd be seeking someone, Hunter. Please leave me. It is important I find them. Alright, go fuck yourself. Zalman Two Moons. Alright. Oh yeah, there was some controversy with Blizzard recently as of time of recording. Probably won't be when this comes out. Like, this is April 6th is when I'm recording this. In Overwatch, a character, Tracer, there's one pose of her standing back to the camera, and it's a victory pose thing, and her looking over her shoulder. Someone complained saying that, oh, it's not like in her personality enough, and you should change it, as seeing her ass once makes her not be a person. Yeah, like it's like all her other characteristics and whatnot faded away, as she's now just a sex object because you saw her ass once. Blizzard said, oh yeah, we'll change it and we'll try and do better. They recently apparently released a new post, and you can still see her ass. She just looks more funny and carefree. Like one leg is up and she's like smiling or something. By one leg is up, it's like you have to see it. I would not be able to describe it well. I'm terrible at describing things. I remember trying to describe the show Fringe to a friend. I just spoiled the show on him. I'm horrendous at describing things, as you probably get it. But yeah, you want to look up the picture yourself. A lot of people were really angry at Blizz because of the way they handled it. Like, just, you know, saying, oh, we'll delete it, we'll try and do better. And then they published another thing saying, well, we weren't happy with it ourselves. They thought it was just damage control. But Blizzard then published this thing, which was it was good on Blizz, I have to say. Someone actually went so far as to claim, unless I'm misunderstanding them, but even if I'm misunderstanding them, they're still saying stupid shit anyway, that seeing Tracer's arse was the cause of rape. Yeah. Yeah. The guy was a fucking nutter. And even if he didn't mean to say that, as he made one post later on saying, like he talked about accidentally trolling people or something. Basically, whatever he was saying was he either does but doesn't want to admit he meant that, or he did actually was misunderstood. He was still saying something silly. And it was a bit of like out of context the rest of the things being talked about. So it's just like, or like, well, not maybe I shouldn't say out of context, but he was silly regardless of what he was saying. Which, yeah, I'm just glad Blizzard didn't kowtow to people like him. Basically, the person saying the rape thing is a different person to the person issuing the initial complaint. Just to be clear. Thankfully. Or maybe I should say unthankfully. If they're the same person, then that'll mean there's one less idiot. Then again, it'll mean it's an even bigger idiot. You gotta kind of flip a coin right now. But anyway, I'll try and get on with this. My fever grows worse, and I find my mind drifting into delirious nightmares. I should have known that I wouldn't be able to handle a beast my grandfather was unable to defeat. Do you have the remedies for the ingredients for the remedy? I fear if I do not clean the infection soon, it'll be the death of me. Ah, thank you, Hunren. Using the items you brought me, I'll be able to create the remedy I need to stop the spread of the infection and eventually cure it completely. I owe you my life and thanks, but I'll never forget that screeching call when Mazarank came upon me, the blaze of color as its beak descended. Be wary on your travels. Oh, finally an upgrade. Oh, yeah, we'll take this. Let's just see what they look like. No difference. Actually, there's a slight change in color. There, see that? That's there. And you can see in the cuff, it's slightly darker. That's slightly lighter. And that... Wait, these are wrist items. No wonder this doesn't change. That's gloves. But yeah, the... Okay, there. I guess that's it. It's hard to tell. No, it's that. No, it's that. Alright. Okay. Really, tree armor, you know, these little stats don't matter now. I'm just getting obsessive.
What brings you here?
Bundle height. Are you here for a wind rider? You've something to transport? If you must take these if you must take these highs to Thunder Bluff, then you've come to the right place. Arr. Ride to Thunder Bluff. For a small fee, I'll give you a wind rider to Thunder Bluff. There's no faster way to the city. If that is acceptable, speak to me again when you're ready to go. If you're taking these highs to Anu, then he's at the Awa's Armory, at the base of the Wind Rider Tower in Thunder Bluff, and that's right where you'll land.
Be careful. Well met.
And I can take a flight point to Sinjin's village, Razor Hill, and Oh my god. I can't...
Go in peace.
Ogremar. I was just like, wait, what? I don't recognize that. Is that a new place? Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, and Moonglade. And, oh, this is nice. It says all the different flight points that you'll see across along the way. I remember being up in Foulwood. I was really under level for it, and my aunt was trying to get into Winterspring. But the only way into Winterspring, if you haven't been there already, is via Thundermaw. I said them earlier. Basically, there's bear people keep here, a faction here. You have to get to friend. You start off on hostile, or they start out as enemies to you, and the only way to get in, unless you want to kill your way through, is, and there's a ton of them in there, so it'll be very difficult at level. The only way to get in is to get rep with them, and the only way to get rep with them is to kill a ton of bear people along here, ton up here, and ton down here. If you kill enough of them, they'll like you, and they won't kill you the moment you step inside. Oh, those are dangerous hammers. They won't kill you the moment you walk inside. So, my aunt would, she had a bear pet, and they would try and take on the bear people in Fellwood while I tried to heal them as a Retribution Paladin. I didn't think it's changing my spec for it. Then again, I wouldn't have had the gear anyway, so... And we did pretty well, all in all. We eventually pulled it off. Took a little while, though.
What brings you
Here, I'm going to stop for just a second. Just need to check how I sound. So, I'll be back in a sec.